Alright, so we're going to use MATLAB to find the partial fraction decomposition of a rational function like this. The key to this process is realizing that we're going to see the numerator and denominator as separate polynomial functions, and we want to look at the coefficients of each one of these polynomials. So what I have here is I've expanded each of these polynomials so that I have a placeholder for every single power of x descending from the highest power. So here we have x to the fourth with coefficient of 1, coefficient of 0, coefficient of minus 2, 4, and 1. And this polynomial, the denominator, coefficient is 0 for the x to the fourth, because we have to start with the highest power of x. And so we have 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1 for our coefficients. I'm going to go to load up MATLAB. I'm going to log in through a web apps login session. Here's the URL. This is linked on the Angel page. You can just enter it. You see all the other software that's available here on web apps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to log on to a MATLAB desktop session, a remote desktop session. So you see my MATLAB probably looks different than what you have, unless you've logged on to it before. I have split my screen into my editor and my command window. For this exercise, you just need to use the command window. If you have never used a MATLAB, or you've never used MATLAB before, this is where you can do your calculations in real time. And the editor is where you'll write the scripts in the software. So here in the command window, I'm going to create two vectors, and each vector represents the coefficients of my polynomials. So let's just create a vector A, and my coefficients look like 1, 0, minus 2, 4, and 1. So press my output with a semicolon. And I'm going to enter my denominator coefficients. 0, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1. So we double check all those. 0, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1. Things look good. And I'm going to use the residue command, numerator, denominator. And what it returns are the coefficients of my partial fractions decomposition. So what does this mean? 1, 2, minus 1. What that is, this is the decomposition for this partial fraction. So what MATLAB returned are these coefficients. Because this is an improper fraction, you'd still have to go ahead and do the polynomial long division and get your remainder. But this gives you a relatively straightforward way to do this. MATLAB can also do polynomial long division and give you coefficients, but I wanted to show you how to do basic partial fraction decomposition in MATLAB.